We've all seen wheeler dealers, but how hard is it to flip classic cars for a profit? Well, our colleagues at Classics World went head to head with Lancaster Insurance, each starting with a £5,000 budget, to find out.
We start out here in the blue corner. We've got Andrew Evanson here with the Fiat 127, and I'm representing Classics World with this 1985 Honda Acti Roma Home. So Ev, let's just take a look. You're on the Fiat 127. So Ev, I've got to congratulate you on this choice. I don't know too much about this generation of Fiat, but this is a fairly late 127, 1983.
I think it's quite rare from that perspective, and it's in lovely condition as well.
Immaculate.
It's low mileage, it's only 27,000 miles on the clock. It's a 1050.
I love the wheels on it. It just sets it off a treat, doesn't it?
Yeah, we had to do a little bit of digging around, but they're from a Lancia Monte Carlo we found in the end. So the seats, I believe, are not from an original. I believe they're from a 127 Sport. Matches the rest of the car quite nicely, doesn't it?
Sure sign of a true enthusiast. They've actually thought about it. They've not pulled out some random seats from a breaker's car. You've done well here, Mr. Evanson.
Picked a winner, I hope, Phil.
Well, let's not go too far. We should, we should perhaps sleep on it. And if you want to have a sleep, we should go to a motorhome, I reckon. So let's have a look at my little purchase. Okay, Ev, let me just show you this little beauty. A rare beauty at that, 1985 Honda Acti with the Roma Home conversion. Take a look in that little delightful compact cabin.
It's stunning.
53,800 miles on the clock, which we believe to be genuine. There's a bit of MOT history with it. Runs super sweet. It's got an MOT till later in the year. There we go. Check that out. Look at that.
Oh, lovely.
It's beautiful, isn't it? They just take you into my boudoir.
What's the year on this, Phil?
So this is 1985. So we've got some.
Goes with the interior a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the 80s decor. But it's got a grille, and it's got lots of little cubby hole storage. I think this all folds out into a nice sort of double bed.
It's going to be quite desirable. It's really cool.
Yeah, what do you think?
Lovely, Phil. I'm a little bit worried now. I didn't expect it. When you told me you'd bought this, I didn't expect it to be quite such a little gem.
But I really like the fact that we've gone for slightly unorthodox choices.
And they're both very rare.
Well, you join me here. I'm at Birmingham's NEC for the Practical Classics Classic Car and Restoration Show. There is our little camper van, the Honda Acti. There seems to be a few people taking a little look at it. We'll wait and see what kind of interest we get from it. And fingers crossed we get a buyer this weekend. On the Sunday at the Practical Classics Classic Car and Restoration Show, our Honda Acti Roma Home did find a new home. Someone came up and indeed offered us what we thought was a fair price. So we're now going to take this lovely little beast all the way up to Lincolnshire to hand it over to its new owner.
I love it. I want it. Wonderful. And it fits in any car park. It's amazing.
Sounds like he's happy, and so am I. Turning to the profit side of things, the Acti cost me just over £4,000 once you factor in all the auction fees and transport costs. I agreed to sell it to Rob for £5,000, netting me a clean £1,000 profit and bringing the kitty up for the next purchase to a total of £6,000. Nice one.
So we've rolled the money into purchase number 2, this lovely E36 323 convertible. A few reasons why I wanted to buy an E36. First of all, I think it's a really significant car in BMW's history. It's got all this M3 wannabe stuff on it, the M Sport body kit. It's got M3 wheels and M3 door mirrors. We believe they're all genuine, and if they are, they're worth a fair bit of money on their own, actually. It's also in tremendous condition. The leather is in very fine fettle, and the factory hardtop headlining has sagged a little, but not quite to BL standards. Yeah, I think we've got ourselves a good buy.
And Phil's on holiday, so he's asked me to come in and start work on the E36. Now, I actually drove this car back from Newcastle where we bought it, and I can tell you, Phil's bought a bit of a peach. This is a really clean, tidy specimen. It doesn't need to pretend to be something it's not. So the first plan of action for this car is to strip off all the M3 lookalike bits and sell off all those M3 bits to bump up the profits. These are what we believe to be genuine E36 M3 17-inch wheels. They look fantastic on this car, particularly with the M Sport kit, and these ones are in fantastic condition, and they're wrapped in 4 good Michelin Pilot Sport 3s. That gives you some idea of how well looked after this car has been. However, an M3 it is not, and those wheels are worth a fair few quid, so we're going to change them for these. These are called Style 68. Now, these were included on the M Sport E46 3 Series, and I think they look the part. They're exactly the same specs, front and rear, as these M3 wheels. They're staggered, wider at the back. These particular ones are in decent condition, and they come again with 4 Michelin Pilot Sport 3s. These were only 400 quid second hand, and they should just go straight on. E36 M3s came with a different style of mirror to the regular 3 Series. They're a bit more kind of Shrek's ear-like. But that change is even easier to reverse because the previous owner included the original mirrors for this car. So literally all we're going to do is swap them over.
Swapping the mirror is easy. Prise the plastic cover plate off the top of the door, being careful not to snap it. Unplug the wiring to the mirror and undo the 3 10mm bolts holding it in place. Gently lift the mirror away and slot the new mirror into the door. Bolt the mirror in place, plug in the connector, refit the plastic plate before testing the electric mirror adjustment, and we're done.
Okay, so the final part of our M3 make-under is these sill kick plates. Once again, they say M3, once again, they're in great condition, and once again, not right for this car. But with this one, you don't even need any tools to get them out. Watch this. Easy as that.
With some second-hand non-M3 kick plates bought and clipped in place, the E36's make-under is complete. The 323 is far more respectable now it's not pretending to be an M3, so now it's time to whip the hardtop off, put the roof down and photograph it ready for sale. For Sale is a fantastic example of an E36 323i convertible. Complete with factory M Sport body kit, this car sports the 2.5 straight-six engine with 48,000 genuine miles. The wheels are 17-inch BMW Style 68s with 4 good Michelin tyres. The car is in near perfect condition with only the odd stone chip and typical E36 headlight fog. The soft top roof works perfectly with no rips or splits whatsoever. Everything electrical works, including the air conditioning, and the car includes extensive history to back up the fact that it has been cherished. There is a 318i in fantastic condition with 39,000 miles, and that's up for £6,000. Now obviously this is a 6-pot car, and I think it's worth every penny of £7,000 based on that. So good pictures, a strong but honest description, and a fair price, hopefully. So let's see what happens. With the car advertised, I set about selling the parts, and what with all of them being genuine M3 bits in superb condition, took a healthy chunk off of what the BMW owes us. The car cost us £5,350, but I sold the M3 mirrors for 200 quid. The kick plates sold for £80 minus the £30 cost of the replacements means they made us another 50. Those lovely wheels sold for 700 quid. Subtract the £400 for the Style 68 replacements, and that's a further £300 profit. Finally, the hardtop roof, our biggest earner. I sold it to a guy restoring an E36 Cabrio for £450, bringing the subtotal for the BMW down to just 4,350 quid. Things are looking good.
Unfortunately, it's not all going quite so smoothly. We thought the BMW would fly straight out the door, but unfortunately the classic car market is all over the place right now, and E36 prices in particular are fluctuating like mad. It's really quite a difficult car to sell at the moment. We've had a few people offer us way below the asking price, and honestly it's getting a bit frustrating. The only good news is Phil's back from holiday now, so I reckon I'm going to give him a call.
Hi, Joe.
Hiya Phil, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. What news?
Well, good news and bad news. So, while you've been off sunning it up on holiday, I've done some work on the BMW. We've got all the M3 bits of it. The good news is we've sold a lot of those for a fair chunk of cash. So it owes us quite a lot less than what we bought it for. So that's good. It's not been the easiest car to ship. Advertised it absolutely everywhere. I've even knocked the price down a bit, and we've not really had any takers.
Well, we have found a buyer. That's the good news, Joe. So you can put that to rest now. It's all fine.
Oh, excellent. Have we? Do you know the buyer then?
I do. He's a fine, upstanding chap. Really good. It's me.
Oh, right. Okay. So you're buying it then?
Yes.
Well, not quite the ending we expected, but bit of a result. Indeed. Phil bought the E36 for £5,000, a fair price, but also a £650 profit, which takes the total kitty up to £6,650.
So I decided to move on from a German convertible to buy a German convertible. Introducing our 1991 Golf GTI Cabriolet. And I've got to say, I think we've struck gold with this. I think it's an absolutely stunning example. It's got just under 90,000 miles. It's in remarkably original condition. It's got these alloy wheels, which we don't believe are the original spec ones, but they would have been optional extras. I think these are the Rivage alloy wheels, 15-inch. It's now time to see what Lancaster Insurance's Andrew Evanson has acquired as his second project car. If you remember, he had a Fiat 127, and here he is now. What do we got here?
I'm very excited about it, Phil. It's a Mazda Unos 1993, but the special thing about it is it's what's called a V-Spec, which comes as standard with a few extras, things like air conditioning, electric windows.
Some gorgeous seats in it, and I love this wood-rimmed steering wheel and the sort of matching wooden gear knob and handbrake lever. It just looks classically beautiful, I think. I can see the appeal in it.
Lancaster bought their Fiat 127 for £4,250 before spending £600 on some MOT repairs and a machine polish. The eBay bidding stalled in the dying moments, and a sale price of £4,600 means they ultimately lost £250, taking their kitty down to £4,750.
That kind of shows the people's buying patterns. I think that type of vehicle, I don't think it appealed to everybody. After spending
£2,250 on the car itself, they spent another £665 on a set of refurbished original Enkai wheels, further £580 on a service, MOT, replacement door mirror glass and a replacement coolant pipe. The non-standard wheels that came on the MX-5 sold for £120, taking the total for the car down to £3,375. A sale price of £4,250 netted Lancaster a profit of £875, taking their total kitty to £5,625. With Ed from Lancaster Insurance on holiday, head of car club liaison Steph Holloway was left to acquire their final car. And what a gem she chose.
We have gone for an Austin 1300. If you like your BLs, you probably have a little bit of a soft spot for those base spec models. It's got no glove box, it's got the strip speedo, it's got no rear heated screen. It is really bog standard 70s basic motoring at its finest.
If that's a car of the people,
I've
gone slightly off piste there, haven't I? This 2004 Jaguar XK8 convertible.
I bought the Golf for £6,500 before dipping into our £500 repairs budget to respray the tatty bumpers, bringing the total to £7,000. My neighbour took a shine to the GTI and we agreed a sale price of £8,150, meaning a £1,150 profit and taking the kitty up to £7,800, enough to nab me this facelift X100 convertible.
This is the right specification one because it's got the 4.2 V8. It's the naturally aspirated one, but it's still 300 horsepower, 0 to 60 in just over 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Given that I started with that 1985 Honda Acti motorhome, I kind of wanted to see something that was quite a jump from that to that, and you can't argue we've certainly had a lot of contrast, but I like the choice between the two. People have been voting on their favourite, and we're going to draw the competition for this very soon, I understand.
The car that doesn't get picked, that of course goes then to auction.
One person's going to walk away with one of these cars, and the one that isn't chosen is going to be auctioned, and the money raised from that's going to go to charity. So it's fantastic. What a great initiative.
After taking thousands of votes at the Classic Motor Show, the winner was drawn, and he chose the Austin. Phil and Ev headed to Kempton Park Racecourse to present winner Doug with the car he'd won.
Without further ado, we should probably present it to the new owner, Doug.
Yep, let's do that. Hi, Doug.
Hi.
You're the lucky winner.
thank you.
Very, very proud to be giving it to you. Well done. Clearly a passionate man when it comes to classic cars. It's going to a nice owner.
Yeah, thank you very much. You'll be much looked after.
Good.
Wow, I'm just beaming. The smile will be on my face on the way home.
So there you have it. 9 months of classic car buying, fixing and flipping, culminating in 2 cracking cars, 1 happy winner and thousands raised for charity by the Jag. Can't say fairer than that.